Hi, welcome to Three Questions with Luciana Calvin with us. Hey, Luciana, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kevin. Nice to see you.
So let's talk, just give me a little overview about your business before we get into photography.
All right. So I'm a professional photographer located in Chelmsford Center, right across from Fishbone's restaurant. So I have a studio now. I'm doing commercial work, specializing headshots for individual business headshots and team and staff headshots. So I also offer retail space photography, product photography, and commercial events. Like if you have a network event, you want pictures done, I will do that too.
So, Luciana, I never really gave a lot of thought to photography until I met people like you. And when you see a professional headshot done, you're like, okay, now I know why we do this. Because it's really interesting to me, because some of us, we want to hold on to our youth. So we're using a headshot that's 5, 10, 20 years old because like, oh, I looked good 30 years ago. But he said, when I see it being done professionally, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Now, maybe I'm a shallow person, but I know when I look at someone's headshot, right away, it gives me a trigger. Like, wow, that person seems really kind and friendly. I want to do business with them. So, I never gave a lot of thought until I talked to you and you're like telling me, and I'm like, I never thought of that. Or even just like, doing, corporate photography, or like you've gone and done our friend's Christmas party. And, I see those pictures and it brings me right back to the event 5 years ago. I'm like, wow, that's really smart to have her come and take pictures to bring back those memories. You must see that all the time, the importance of that headshot.
It takes between 7 to 10 seconds to someone have first impression of you, right? So if you have a dated headshot, let's say you took a picture, a lot of people like take a picture 10 years ago and still keeping that in your profile. You can totally see it. You can see by the clothing, by the style, you can see it's an older picture. And I don't think that's the impression your supposedly, customers or clients to see from you. So I think headshot right now in this age, because everything is happening online, especially now with this COVID era. So we need to have up to date pictures. So at least it's the same thing as when you meet a person in person, right? So you have that at least in person. You have a little more chance to talk, to express your personality. With a picture, with a headshots, you have to do that in one shot. So having up to date, a clean and professional photo makes all the difference.
You brought up a great point. When I see a good headshot, to me, it shows the person's personality. There's people who, like to be in a shirt and tie. There's people who like to be in their work clothes. But when I see it and I look and go, that's exactly how I see that person, I know it's a good headshot. Right? You try to capture their personality too, and not just their appearance.
Exactly, and that is what you keep from that person from that first time you see it. So you do want it to make sure you have it up to date.
And like you said, one of the things I see with my friends, even with their marketing material, is they're using a picture that is a little dated. It was interesting. I just met someone recently, and I saw they changed their profile picture on LinkedIn because in the original picture, the hair was a little bit longer, they were a little bit younger, but now they're,
It's a different person when you see in person, right?
When I met him on Zoom, I'm like, it's two different people. I'm like, the way you're wearing your hair now, the way you're dressing now, better represents your profession. So sometimes, we just, I mentioned it to you earlier, I was using a picture on LinkedIn for a long time that was important to me. It was with a friend who had since passed, but it wasn't a good picture. My tie was crooked, my jacket was up like this. And one day, someone's like, why are you using that picture? I'm like, because it's an important picture to me. They're like, but it's not representing you properly. And that never occurred to me, my friend. It was just a sentimental thing. See,
Yes, in a good an advantage of having a new headshots. Every time you change your profile picture, is on Facebook or LinkedIn, you, those social media will rank you higher, or will at least show to everyone all your connections. So it's another way to keep be on people's minds seeing, your up-to-date pictures.
So Luciana, one last question, because how about our friends that just don't like getting their picture taken? Because it's funny at the events, as you know, I like to take pictures with everyone. And I learned that I have to be respectful and go, Luciana, may I take a picture with you? Because I never did that. I would just throw my arm around your shoulder, go, come on, and pull you in. And you could see it in the picture, like, oh, geez, I shouldn't have done that because they're not comfortable having their picture taken for whatever reason. Can you work with people like that to get them comfortable so that their personality shows?
Totally. I will compare headshots with a networking event, right? People are so nervous to go. They don't know the other people around. But I would say the first 10 minutes, everybody is kind of nervous and stressed. But with time, you just kind of, you bring it up a conversation, you ask about their work, people will start relax, and then that's when you can get pretty much on the end of the shoot is when you can get the best shot. So everybody will say they don't look good in pictures or they hate pictures. They just don't like the process of having to go there. But, with time in a conversation, you can get everyone to relax and get great shots.
So how can people reach out to you? How can they learn more?
They can learn more at my website. That's lucianacalvinheadshots.com. Or my phone number is 617-259-0883. And I'm right in Chelmsford Center.
Luciana, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Kevin. Have a good day.